Hi students, welcome to chemistry classes. Today we are going to start the next concept of metallurgy chapter. The concept is refining of a metal. So student, here refining of metal means a metal extracted by any method is usually contaminated with some impurity. The process of removal of impurities from the crude metal to get pure metal is called a refining or a purification of a metal. So this method it is based on depending upon the difference in properties of the metal and the impurities. They are first one liquefaction method, second one distillation method, and next one oxidation method, and cupellation method, and besmerization method, polling, electrolytic refining, zone refining, and special methods like Mons process and Van Arkel process. So let us start with the one by one refining of metal. So first one, definition of refining of metal. What is the definition for refining of metal? The definition is the process of removal of impurities from metal is called a refining of the metal. Okay, I already told you the process of removal of impurities from the crude metal to get a pure metal. It is called a refining of metal or a purification of a metal. And in that first one, liquefaction method. Liquefaction method. So here liquefaction method, or it is also called uh, washing method. Okay, so liquefaction method, this process is based on the difference in fusibility of metal and impurities. And impure metal is gently heated on the sloping hearth of a furnace. The metal melts and flows down, leaving behind the impurities on the hearth. Example, tin, lead, and mercury bismuth are purified by liquefaction process. So student, here the diagrammatic representation of a liquefaction method. So it is useful for the refining of the metals having a low melting point such as tin, lead, bismuth, etc. So in this method, the molten metal can be made to flow down on a sloping surface, and infusible impurities are left behind. So this is about a liquefaction process. So this is the refining method. And the next one, distillation process. So here distillation process, this process is used for volatile metals, and impure metal is heated in a retort and its vapors are separately condensed in a receiver. And next one, the non-volatile impurities are left behind. Example, zinc, cadmium, and mercury are purified by this method. So this is the diagrammatic representation of distillation. Students, here this method is useful for refining of low boiling metals like zinc, cadmium, and mercury. They containing high boiling metals such as impurities. The extracted metal in the molten state is distilled to obtain the pure metal, as distillate and impures are nothing but impurities are left behind. So this method is useful for refining of low boiling metals like zinc and cadmium and mercury. So this is about distillation process. And next one, oxidation method. So this oxidation method, besides of production, some extraction are based on oxidation, particularly for non-metals. Example, extraction of chlorine from brine is an example for of a extraction based on oxidation. And one more, extraction of gold, silver involves leaching the metal with a cyanide. This is oxidation process actually. Here, this process is used when impurities have a greater affinity for oxygen than metal itself. The oxidation is done by various processes. They are cupellation and besmerization and polling. And next one, this is cupellation. The impure metal is heated in a oval shaped cupel made up of bone ash, and a blast of air is passed over it. The impurities get oxidized and removed with the air. And next one, lead present in silver is removed by this method, nothing but cupellation method. Means it is a heating process with the help of metal cupels. And next one, besmerization. So here the The impure metal is heated in a furnace and a blast of air is blown through the molten mass. The impurities gets oxidized and either go out or form a slag. Example, extraction of copper from copper matte. So this is the diagrammatic representation of Besmerization. And next one, students, polling method. So this method is useful for refining of metal containing impurities of its own oxides. Blister copper is also purified by this method. And one more, the molten metal is stirred with the poles of a green wood. The gas liberated from wood reduces the impurity metal oxide to metal. The gases liberated from wood reduce the impurity metal oxide to metal. The impurities are removed either as a gas or they get oxidized and form a scum over the surface of the molten metal. So first point about the polling. Impure molten metal is stirred with the green wood, and green wood releases hydrocarbon which reduces the metal oxide to metal. Okay, here green wood, it releases hydrocarbon which reduces the metal oxide to metal. And next one, this method is used when the metal contains oxide impurities. Example, refining of copper. Next one, electrolytic refining. This is the very important method, electrolytic refining. Here metals like copper, silver and gold, chromium and zinc, nickel are etc. They are purified by this method. So this is the diagrammatic representation of a electrolytic refining. In this method, the impure metal is made to act as an anode and a strip of the same pure metal made to act as a cathode. They are put in a suitable electrolytic solution consist of a soluble salt of the same metal. And next, students, on passing electricity, the pure metal gets deposited on the cathode while the impurities settle down below the anode as a anode mud. So this is the electrolytic refining process. Example, blister copper. Blister copper is purified or refined by using an electrolytic method. Impure copper here, impure copper rod is taken as an anode and a pure copper strip taken as a cathode. Acidified copper sulfate solution is taken as a electrolytic solution. On passing electricity, pure copper is transferred from the anode to cathode. So some of the important points regarding electrolytic refining are, this is the most important method. In this method, impure metal is made anode and pure sheet of metal is made a cathode. Aqueous solution of salt of a same metal is taken as electrolyte. On passing current, pure metal is dissolved and deposited at cathode in equivalent amount, and soluble impurities pass into solution and insoluble impurities collect below the anode known as anode mud. Example here, anode impure copper, cathode pure copper, and electrolytic solution used in this electrolytic refining is copper sulfate solution. And next one, student, zone refining. This is very important for 2 marks question. Zone refining or a fractional crystallization. So here, student, this method is used, or this method is based on the principle that the impurities are more soluble in the melt than in the solid state of a metal. Here, first point, the method is based on the difference in solubility impurities in a molten and a solid state of a metal. A movable circular heater is fitted around a rod of a metal, and the heater is slightly moved from one end to another end. The pure metal crystallizes while the impurities pass on the adjacent molten zone and finally fall down. It gives highly pure metals. Example, silicon, germanium, gallium, which are used as a semiconductor, and they are purified by this method. So this is the diagrammatical representation of zone refining. Here, student, a circular mobile heater. You can refer any one of the diagram. A circular mobile heater is fixed at one end of a rod of the impure metal. The molten zone moves along with the heater, which is moved forward. As the heater moves forward, the pure metal crystallizes out the melt and the impurities pass on into the adjacent molten zone. The process is repeated several times and the heater is moved in the same direction from one end to other end. At one end impurities gets concentrated, this end is cut off. And here semiconductors like germanium, silicon, gallium, boron, indium are purified by this method. So this is very important method. Next one, special methods like a Mond's process. Here nickel is purified by this method. So in this process, nickel is heated in a stream of a carbon monoxide to form a volatile nickel tetracarbonyl complex. Here nickel is heated in a stream of carbon monoxide to form volatile nickel tetracarbonyl complex, nothing but NiCO4, and it is decomposed at a higher temperature to give nickel. So here next point, nickel is purified by this method and impure nickel is heated with a carbon monoxide, and when volatile compound nickel carbonyl is formed and it is heated at 180 degrees Celsius to give nickel metal. And next one students, Van Arkel method. So here the crude metal is heated in an evacuated vessel with iodine to form a volatile metal iodide, and the metal iodide is decomposed on electrically heated tungsten filament at 1800 Kelvin temperature. The pure metal is deposited on the filament. So this is the reaction regarding Van Arkel method. In this Van Arkel method, impure metal is converted into volatile compound while the impurities are not affected. The volatile compound is then decomposed to get pure metal. So here titanium is purified by this method. And next one, chromatographic method. So there are several chromatographic techniques are there. They are column chromatography, paper chromatography, and gas chromatography. So here column chromatography, paper chromatography, and gas chromatography. These are the chromatographic methods. By using this we can refining the metals. So this method is based on the principle that different component of a mixture are differently adsorbed on an adsorbent. The mixture is put in a liquid or gaseous medium which is moved throughout the adsorbent. Different components are adsorbed at different levels on the column. Later, the adsorbed components are removed by using suitable solvents, and depending upon the physical state of a moving medium and the adsorbent materials, and also on the process of passage of the moving medium, the chromatographic method is given the name. In one such a method, the column of alumina, that is Al2O3, is prepared in a glass tube and moving medium containing a solution of components is in liquid form. So this is example of a column chromatography. This is very useful for a purification of element which are available in minute quantities, and the impurities are not very different in a chemical properties. So this is the chromatography methods, column chromatography and paper chromatography and gas chromatography, which is used to refining the metals. Okay, this is about refining of metals.